On October 21st, 2013, Sean Combs and his entire team made history. Revolt TV was launched, people. A TV network designed to push the culture forward of hip-hop and music. When I tell you Revolt TV is one of the greatest things that has ever hit cable television, they are the new #1 name in music. If you have not added Revolt TV to your cable package, definitely do that. Spectrum, Sling TV, DirecTV Now, Verizon, AT&T Uverse. Trust me, check with your local cable providers and add Revolt TV. On DirecTV, it's channel number 384. When you want to know what's going on in the culture, from The Breakfast Club to State of the Culture, shout out to Joe Budden and the whole team over there, Remy Ma, everybody else. When you want the latest news on what's going on, and not only hip-hop, but in the music world, period. When you want to know what people are thinking, from politics to music to news and how it affects everything all in one, Revolt.tv. People, www.revolt.tv is the place to be. Revolt TV, people, the new #1 name in music. Add it to your subscription package right now. It's your boy Jonathan, back to our podcast, people. Let's get it. Dream, hustle, win. People, you are locked in right now to the $1 Million Mindset Podcast. And listen, today, we are speaking to Prince Howard, aka the Publishing Guru. Just so you know, this interview is going to inspire you, is going to motivate you, is going to make you understand that you literally have to get it out the mud in order for you to be self-made. There are no handouts in life. This king started from 0, went to 1,000. He never took the escalator. He always took the stairs. He is one of the most accomplished, advanced, and most trusted figures in the world of entertainment and business. Sync licensing, publishing deals, artist record deals, TV deals, everything around him. Every planet in his solar system is protected. When he works with you, his Midas touch brings so much value to the table, it's incalculable. The Publishing Guru, $1 Million Mindset, Prince Howard, my brother, this king right here is a gift. Follow him on Instagram, PUBLISHING_GURU. Publishing Guru, Prince Howard, $1 Million Mindset. You already know how we do. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This is Jonathan with the $1 Million Mindset Podcast. You know, the $1 Million Mindset Podcast is special. I've interviewed some of the biggest and brightest minds in the world of business and entertainment. But when I bring people onto the $1 Million Mindset Podcast, they are clearly movers and shakers in their space of entertainment, business, humanitarian, TV. They move the needle forward. This king I'm speaking to today not only is one of those people, and you know, they say that power whispers. Shout out to Christian Keys. They say power whispers. And in his world, when he speaks, people listen. When he moves, people move because of his reputation and his reputation of excellence and his deliverance. All those things matter in his world. And the thing that makes everything beautiful about his operation is all organic, from his publishing to his record label, to his instincts, to the artists he works with, the labels that trust him, the power players behind these labels that align with him to make all the stars come together in the solar system of success. He's a part of that. He's one of the most trusted names in the world of business. And most importantly, he is constantly pushing the culture forward. And we're honored to be speaking with the Publishing Guru on the $1 Million Mindset Podcast, an invited platform where some of the biggest and brightest minds in the world of business and music and entertainment come on board and share their blueprint of success. I'm honored, super honored to have the Publishing Guru on the $1 Million Mindset Podcast. What's good, my brother? How you feeling, King?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. How are you doing this morning, man?
I'm doing great.
That's good. That's good, man. Always good to be doing good on a bright Monday morning. That means the beginning of a new week, even though Sunday is the beginning. But thank you for having me on, man. Thank you.
No doubt about it. So again, I had to give you that Diddy intro. You already know that. I wanted to start that
I was going
first.
to say the auspicious interview. It was great, man. Thanks for putting me in that. A lot of pressure on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though. I love it. Thank you.
No doubt about it. So I'm gonna jump right into it. You are one of the most distinguished and respected music executives in the game. Period. And that's undisputed. I want to talk about your childhood for a moment, because you're a natural born leader in my eyes and in the eyes of in the world and entertainment.
Right.
Where did that come from in your youth? Like, when did you feel that you were a leader? When did you start to morph into that role as a leader?
Right. Well, it's crazy because my mom, she's a single mother, and me and my brother, she had us a year apart. So, everybody thought we were twins, but she instilled in us, and my grandmother, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born in Crawford Long Hospital, from the west side of Atlanta, Collier Court, Collier Heights, Adamsville. And my grandmother was part of the political infrastructure of Atlanta. So growing up, you had leaders like Mr. Bronner, the family that built all of Atlanta. You had, all of the leaders come to my grandmother's house, Miss King, Miss Ferris, Reverend Abernathy's wife, and so many others, Leon Hall, who was Maynard Jackson's, chief of staff in his first mayoral cabinet. All these people were part of our family. And so growing up, these were the people that I was around. And my mom always, told us, we come from a family of entrepreneurs and leaders. So it was only befitting that we would be around these type of luminaries and legends, because at the end of the day, our base is civil rights, politics and civil rights, and being able to, us as Black folk understand that we are powerful within ourselves. So this is what we were taught, and then my stepdad came in, and he was a pastor. My mom was a minister. So we were PKs, and this was instilled in us, and there was a certain discipline that we were raised with that, where we were destined to do whatever we were going to do and be great at it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's 4 boys of us, and they all made sure that we were responsible men. You know what I'm saying? If we made mistakes, we corrected them, and we told the truth. We were honest, and lived by the basic rules of do unto others as you would have them do unto you, So this is the golden rule, but this is where the incubation of leadership and of being able to serve at the same time, because you have to be able to serve to be a good leader. And most leaders have never served. They're self-proclaimed leaders that have never done anything for anybody. But when you die, nobody's going to remember how much money you had, what kind of car you drove. They're going to remember what you did for others and how did you affect and change lives? And did you leave an impact? And is there a story to tell? Did you help somebody along the way? So that's where I became a leader. You know, it started in kindergarten. It started, you know, it was always spoken to our lives. And us as parents and as guardians of children, which is our most important responsibility, is to give them the tools to be great. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of parents, we have to speak life into our children and speak what they are and give them a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom and dad gave me. And so I love them and respect them for that. And I'm happy to still have them here on earth to still be able to counsel and ask things when I find myself not having the answers, and then go to God too as well. So that's hopefully that answered your question.
No, you did. You did a great job with that. People, this is the Publisher Guru right now on the $1 Million Mindset Podcast, syndicated on 99.7 The Heat, Miami. I want to tap into this part here. When early on in your career, when did you start to feel the transcend between, like, you know, a leader amongst the people and then a leader in the music game? Like, when did you start to feel that and see that in yourself?
Wow. And you know, it's crazy because I had a life before music. I was a financial consultant, advisor, or whatever. And then I was in the military, you know, part-time. So I guess in that life, that's when I really saw it because, of course, in my family, my name is Prince Howard. And so I'm the fourth prince in my family. So there's 3 other princes before me that are legendary. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, and then my cousin, P.A. Howard, who's the matriarch of our family now in Montgomery, Alabama. So when I started off in business, I got married, and I was in Montgomery, Alabama, because we moved from Atlanta my junior year of high school to Montgomery. My parents moved there, which is my mom's side of the family. That's the heart of our family. And she wanted us to be connected and wanted us to learn and be even more inundated with who we are. You know what I'm saying? So when I got there and I started my business, I remember going to a client and I said my name. And he said, "Hold up. Are you related to the Howards that do hair and that had the taxi cab company and the funeral home?" And I said, "Yes, my grandfather's P.A. Howard the fourth, and my cousin owns the business now. And my great uncle is Howard and Howard's funeral home. And my other great uncle owned the tax." He said, "Wait." And I was 23 at the time. Barely had milk on my, hadn't experienced too, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Experienced enough, but not experienced enough to be proficient. You know what I'm saying? Ted, come in here. Just because of your name, I'm going to give you a shot at my business. And he invited me into his office in a private meeting. And from then, I realized the power of legacy. I realized the power of leadership and what my grandfather them had already done. So that's really when I realized, okay, I'm following in something that's bigger than me. So this is what I got to do. I got to be successful. I got to do the right thing. I got to do these things. I can't, you know what I'm saying? It really just helped me understand the gravity of what I was stepping into and stepping into leadership. You know what I'm saying? And I had my own company. I was mentored by some people, but I started my company, Wealth Management Advisor Group. And from then, that's when success started to happen and things started to move. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then when I transferred and started as an investor in music, I didn't know anything. So I listened to my attorneys and I learned, I studied, I read, you know what I'm saying? I learned on the job training because I was paying for everything with these producers. And so I had to learn what I was doing, every aspect. And I didn't never want to step out and be that guy until I felt I had went through the experiences and been in the trenches enough to know the knowledge and have the knowledge for sure to know what it was I was doing. And if you think about it, the last 6 years have been my coming out party, successful years, because I chose to wait and then find where it was that I fit to invest. And then, even though I learned everything else, but then hone that skill, you know what I'm saying, and be known for that. And then you can be given much, and then you can be given A&R, and then you can do a label, and then you can do all of these other things, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Definitely. Let me tap into this part here. No, because you broke down a lot of valuable information. I appreciate that. When you started to run in the music business, like walk us through briefly when you started feeling the momentum of your connects and the positive business moves that you were making that started to build up the, the flow of what you were doing.
Okay, definitely. So what has happened then, so in 2000, I think it was 17, I was in Chicago, and Bobby Stewart, a guy named Bobby Stewart, I was invited to a studio of artists, and Bobby was in the studio, him and his partner, Shiny, and the artist was asking me some questions about the music. I was like, this is dope, good, whatever. So I asked them what they did. I told them where I was from. And they said, we're starting a publishing company. We have a partnership and we're looking to sign producers and songwriters. And I was like, oh, yeah, I manage a couple producers and songwriters. And he was like, yeah, okay, dope. And I said, they're looking for publishing deals. I said, and I consult with some producers, and I put one of the producers, a big producer, and I put him on the phone right then. The deal didn't end up working out. I flew back to Atlanta, and immediately we started signing producers and songwriters because I had already established these relationships by working with creatives in the studio and managing them and helping them with split sheets and helping them with producer agreements and, you know what I'm saying, kind of organizing business for a number of guys. And so I had already established these relationships over some years. So when I came to them with publishing deals, they were like, oh, yeah, let's go, Prince. And that's pretty much where it started. And I started signing just guy after guy and started being successful. And the records start, being, was successful. And, you know what I'm saying? We just created a run. And one of my good friends, Walt was like, hold up, who is this guy, Prince? He called me. I'd known Walt from some years ago from working with his group One Chance and Tamel. And we reconnected. He was like, bro, you up here signing everything. You putting a lot of pressure on the situation. And so we started laughing. And then he said, let's work together since we're both in Atlanta. And we kind of formed up together, me, him, and Vincent Cersei, and a lot of the deals that came through publishing-wise, either we consulted on or was signed to situations that I was a partner in or they were a partner in. And we just went on this run, and which set up pretty much my career. Even though I had wins before then, I had worked with D4L and got gold plaque with them, with my good friend Ryan Adams and Kool Ace, Atlanta Legends, my brothers. My first plaques came with them. It came with family. And I worked with Roy Jones and his sons and developed the group they had and got a deal with them. And, I had some small wins, but they went spots. But this was the consistency once I decided to put my head in the sand and really be serious with the publishing, because I had always done business management. And so publishing was always a part of it. I just decided to make it the thing that I did. And it was what made pretty much what you see today, as well as the accolades, plaques, and all of the things. Then we went over to Made in Memphis Publishing. I headed that up as director A&R with Paul Katz, one of the legends of music. He headed the business affairs for Jive Records for years. He's my immediate boss, and Tony Alexander and Dave Porter and Peter Thea, I was an A&R on the distribution side with them. Just some legends, you know what I'm saying? Just to be able to work with them and be in a building. Because I did all the publishing stuff was done independently.
Right.
I never worked for anybody. All of this stuff was done just by me working with partners, and they were entrepreneurs like I was. We partnered up and they created it and brought me in. So big ups to Troy Patterson too. Troy Patterson and Bobby Stewart. I'm just naming some names to let you see how this is all connected up, and how when you're open to the possibility of doing things, you're able to see the success. You know what I'm saying? And it takes more than one person, even though I'm a figure and I'm good at marketing and all these great things. There are other people that were with me that worked, in partnership to create what you see. You know what I'm saying? I just had the drive and the willingness to sacrifice to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And stay in the trenches and you know what I'm saying? Be with these producers and find the best guys. And you know what I'm saying? And help people, So, yeah.
Got it. Gotcha. Now, people, this is the publishing guru right now, the $1 Million Mindset Podcast, syndicated on 99.7 The Heat Miami, on all iHeartRadio platforms. I want to tap into some of the details of what you do briefly so people can hear that. So you own a record label. You have that. You also have a publishing company. You also deal with sync licensing for artists as well, correct? Right. So does an artist have to be signed to your label for you to want to position them with sync licensing, or for you to do business with them?
No, I have an agreement that we're completing with 6X Entertainment, and they specialize in placing records on TV and film. And they could do a separate deal for that. And usually sync licensing is pretty simple. A lot of people think it's complicated, but really it's pretty simple. It's just the company, it's the agent. They go and find the work. You provide a catalog of music, whether it's instrumentals or an actual record, you know what I'm saying, that you have put to the side that's not going to be nothing done with it. And they place it in television and film, and you receive a fee, and you split that fee with the company that goes to find the work for you. So sync licensing is one of the ways that you can still get paid. You can get paid residually from it. Some people want to buy the music outright. So you have choices. And so we present those choices to the client, and then they pick one that they want, that they feel comfortable with. And there you go. Voila. Your song is on Step Up, you know what I'm saying? The show on Stars or wherever, on ESPN, wherever it fits. So sync license is a great lucrative way to garner placements and garner music being put out and still make money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you don't have to have a publishing agreement or a co-pub or admin deal to get that. You know, you can just have an agreement with the sync company, and that's it. And they can work on your behalf.
So if somebody wants to work with you to do that, then obviously you would take your company charges them a fee for if they get accepted or not or whatever, or if they actually get the deal?
There's a percentage that will be taken only once it's accepted and once there's a price that's been negotiated. So most companies, it's a 50-50. So the company would take 50%, they would give 50% to the client. So if it's a $10,000 sync, $5,000 would go to the client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other $5,000 would go to the company. So,
right. And then you would negotiate your $5,000 with so the client, the artist who receives the $5,000, they would already have an agreement with you based on what percentage you would get of that. Is that correct?
Well, I already have an agreement with the sync company that's going to sync. So we already have our agreement in place. So we're not taking anything from the client. If anybody's got to get paid, it's the client's manager or, you know, their representation or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Their attorneys and their side. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Got you on that part. Yeah. And you deal with, whether it be ESPN, TV. What about gaming? Anything with like gaming on your side?
Gaming. We deal with everything. Gaming. We deal with Fox Television. We deal with NBC, Peacock. We deal with everything pretty much. Whatever there is, that music is being exploited and they need music. That's what we deal with.
Cool. Exactly. And if somebody do want to work with you from an aspect, then you have they can go on your site or they email you. How does your protocol work in your world?
Usually they can either go on my site is being built right now. Both pages, the publishing page and the label page, because everything's moved so fast that I didn't even rebuild the sites as business has been done. It's been done before all of this, but you can reach me easily at Pacific Music Inc. @gmail.com, or you could just hit that same handle on Instagram, or you can go to publishing_guru on Instagram and hit me there, and I'll give you the information, or my assistant will give it to you. Either way.
Got it. All right. And you have a lot of success with I've seen some of the placements on your page, so salute to you on that. I want to go into your label. Your label is based around what music genres?
It's based around R&B. You know, I created this label. It's called Sigma 4 Entertainment. I am in the fraternity Phi Beta Sigma, proud member, and it's everything I do is symbolic of something in my life. So, Sigma for people online. I was number one, the one, and entertainment. So it's focused on R&B right now. I am looking at this hybrid artist that raps and sings. That's a woman, female, but I have the group No Ego. And they're awesome. They all sing lead. They dance. Awesome group of guys, 2 guys from Philly, 2 from Atlanta. I'm really excited about them and their manager, Sean Beasley Management. AJ, their team is really awesome. And we're about to take them to the top. And I'm really, really excited about this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always excited about talent that works hard, because even when talent doesn't work hard, still there's work to be done and still be able to put it in the work. And they really work hard, and I'm excited about them, man. And they can really sing. We cut like 4 or 5 records on them, and they sound amazing. And so this label is really something that is something that came about as a need to incubate the talent that I found, or that was brought to me. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's all about love and music, man. And, you know, when you love something that you do, it's never work. So I don't ever feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm blessed always to be able to present something that's super dope to the world, you know?
Definitely. So that's the label side of everything there. I want to go into this part of the game. You got the label. Now you did with music, TV, film, sync licensing, publishing. Everything is pretty much under a one umbrella. Besides R&B, you work with hip hop artists, you work with pop, you work with multi.
Yep, I work with country music. I work with this artist, Austin Tolliver out of Nashville, country artist. I worked with him for the last 2 or 3 years. He's awesome. We're looking to place him. He's in a situation now he's been growing. Numbers are right there. So now we're looking to transfer him to a major deal. I've worked in hip hop. I've worked with rappers and, all of that. I tell everybody on the rap side, I'm a hip hop head. I don't like rap. I'm a hip hop head. So that means I enjoy the culture. But the culture of rap is so diluted, I believe, right now. There's some people that's dope, but I come from the era of the Redmans, the DMXs, the Nas's of the world, the Jay-Z's, the Big L's, all of the people, Outkast, Goody Mob. I come from where we had so much diversity, Juicy J's, Gangsta Boo, No Limit. I was just on the phone with Theme the other night. I was telling him I can remember every time in hip hop I heard a record or any record where I was in life. You know what I'm saying? And music should be the soundtrack to life. And, I'm not knocking anything that's happening right now. But I think we need more diversity in hip hop, in rap. I think, we've got on this track where it's just one track, but I think we can find more diversity in it and feed the needs of fans that feel left out. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's messing with Lil Baby or Future or whoever, you know what I'm saying? So we got to find the balance again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Exactly. And what is a competitive advantage of working with your company?
Well, first of all, I care. A lot of people say that, and that may sound cliche, but I care about everything outside of music that people don't care about. I care about people's lives, their families, where they come from, their personal, their mental health. Because to be able to do this, you have to be able to be stable in your mind. You feel me? Because this is an industry that rocks you to and from. There's so many myriad of emotions that you experience in this, from ups to downs, to almost not making it, to making it, to sleeping in your car, to not sleeping in your car, to having a whole bunch of money, and then your advisors advise you wrong and you don't have no, you know what I'm saying? So for me, the competitive advantage is that. And then I work with some of the best producers in the world, best writers in the world. I work to have relationships that are second to none in terms of real relationships, not, hey, in the minute of business and I never see you again type things. But I've been able to cultivate this over 20 years, you know what I'm saying? And some of these relationships are like time bombs. They've been personal and we've never done business, and then it's time to do business. But because it's so strong personally, we're able to knock out business. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
I think competitive advantages, first of all, caring for the talent and really caring about who they are, what they represent, and their ideas, and not trying to mold them into something they're not. You know what I'm saying? And then being able to complete the deals and put them in situations where they're winning. That's where it's at. I don't talk a lot when it comes to certain things, but it's time to get the deal done. We get it done.
Got it. I'm with you on that. Give out your Instagram handle so everybody can connect with you on IG. So everybody knows your handle and your web.
Yes. It's publishing _ the little line guru, GURU, publishing _ guru, and then Pacific Music Inc. is the other business under Instagram, and then there'll be other Instagrams to follow, of course, with Sigma 4. My sister and team are putting all that together, and the music publishing, Pacific Music Publishing is coming. Websites are coming soon, and so you'll be able to connect there. And mainly those first two, you can connect with me and be able to follow me, DM me, and we'll answer back and see how we can help.
All right, and you just recently took a role at Def Jam. Was it just Def Jam? Was it another place?
Well, Def Jam and Motown are the distributors, are the labels. Tim Kelly will be moving in a position there as the head. His labels.
Now, say the last part again. We could barely hear you. You said you'd be moving in what now? I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. I'll be moving. He'll be moving into those leadership roles at both of those labels. And then I'll be heading up Lava Rocks Records and Sound Coma, which are his entities, which have joint venture deals with Def Jam and Motown. So I'll be heading those up. So I'm looking forward to the move and looking forward to doing some more great things, man. Exciting things, you know what I'm saying? As far as artists and releases and, man, just making things legendary again. 2 legendary labels, Motown from R&B and then Def Jam for the hip hop, So excited.
Definitely. What have you enjoyed the most about being on the $1 Million Mindset podcast today, rocking with us, man?
Man, your questions are amazing. And they're thought provoking, and they require that the person gives insight to help and then to explain where they're coming from. And then you yourself, King, great interview. I respect your what you've done, and I only could, I hope you have even more success and it grows. So, blessings upon you as well, you know what I'm saying? But definitely great questions, great interaction, and much success. Much success.
Thank you. Well, it's an honor. And I want to just put this out there, man. I want to be the journalist for your label, man. So anytime, something needs to be sent out on the media side, because I'm going to be writing an article about you. You seen my work already, writing.
Well, yeah, most definitely.
So I definitely want to write with you, write for your label and for the artists that work, to come out at any time you need press or media. Let's work out with that. And I also want to offer your sync licensing and publishing side services, sync licensing side services to a lot of the artists that I think are dope, that have something,
right?
That's, dope. I'll be sending that over to you and stuff. But definitely, it's definitely an honor to be talking with you, and to be a part of what you're doing is so magnificent. So again, we're looking for a long-term relationship with you.
Oh man, thank you so much, man. And definitely look forward to it. Definitely Dominique, get everything to him, and we're gonna put everything together, man, and make it happen. I appreciate my executive assistant. He's one of the best. He's definitely exec in the making. He's about to be one of those guys.
Yeah, he's definitely on it, man. He's definitely doing his thing. So again, I appreciate you. I thank you, and I look forward to building with you as well. And I'll send you an email with this particular record too. The email is in your bio, right? I can just send it there?
Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll send that to you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then you can send it to Pacific Music Inc. at Gmail if it's not connected, but it should be connected though.
Okay. If you could just text that email address to me, I appreciate it.
Okay, most definitely.
I got you. Publishing guru people right now, $1 Million Mindset Podcast. Brother, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing your dreams, your passion, your pain, and everything on the podcast today. Stay focused, continue. More blessings coming to you. Look forward to working with you, my guy.
Same here. Blessings.
Peace. One.